What's up, Leo? I'm Chris. Welcome to the house. Now guys, if you like this video, please be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please share with all your best squirrel friends, and like and comment and all that good stuff. In the description below, you'll find a link to my website where you can book private readings, donate to the channel, as well as my shiny new House of Light and Shadow Instagram page. Please go ahead and give me a follow there. Plenty of good tarot witchy stuff is going to be posted there, as well as some readings. Alright, Leo, so happy belated birthday to all you guys who celebrated. But now we're in Virgo season. How's that feel, Leo? Coming into this, I feel like Leo energy is very in need to get serious right now, right? Like, compared to Leo energy, Virgo energy coming after you guys could almost seem like the Debbie Downer of the zodiac, right? It's sort of like okay guys, it's like when they turn on the lights at the end of the night at the club and it's like you can see everything clearly, how fucked up everything is, how ugly that person was that you were making out with, how there's just dirt and human fluids on the floor and stuff. Don't ask what kind of parties I go to. but for real, Leo, now we have Mars going into Virgo. We had Venus going into Virgo. Tomorrow, from when I'm recording this, the Sun will enter Virgo. So it's very, very heavy Virgo energy. Very heavy, like needing to get serious, needing to get down to work. Now, especially the message I feel for you guys with regards to Venus in Virgo is that there is a need to get serious about either your money or your relationships, right? Venus is the sign that rules those things. It rules our emotional abundance. It rules our material abundance. And my sense here coming into this is that, Leo, it's going to require some extra attention right now. I feel like there's a lot of Leos out there who are going to be watching this who are maybe a little dissatisfied with their relationships, right? With their love lives. Here in Central Situation, we have the Knight of the King of Pentacles. So I think most of all, you're doing okay with like your material well-being. But Leo, my thing is that either your money or your relationships now need a lot of your attention, right? If you're in a relationship, now is the time to really get serious and think about what your partner needs, right? Virgo energy can be a little annoying sometimes, as in it doesn't always like express itself well. It doesn't tell you what it needs. It's sort of like my Virgo boyfriend. I have to sort of read his mind sometimes because it's like he's never going to say that he needs something. He's never going to ask for things, right? So right now, Leo, especially with you guys, it feels like if you're in a relationship, you really have to think proactively about what you can do in service to your partner, what you can do in service to your relationship. If you're a single if you're a single Leo, I think now is the time to take your own need and your desire for love seriously. Sometimes when you're dating a lot and things are hard, we sort of try to push our desire for love away, right? We try to say, oh, we don't need that, we're good on our own, but we're all human and we all want that sort of partnership, we want companionship. So Leo, I think it's a good time for you, whether single or dating, to kind of get grounded about what you need from your love life and to get grounded about what the people around you need. In our Central Situation for September, we have the King of Pentacles. So this is getting it together, right? I think this month is a good month for your money, right? So those of you Leos who are doing kind of well with your money, think about now how to invest it. Where does that money go? That's going to bring long-term security and long-term sense of wealth and security. For those of you Leos who may be struggling, this is a good month to look for new jobs. And a good month to put yourself out there and how can I get promoted? How can I move into a higher position somewhere where I'm going? But this month, Leo, this is that Virgo energy. It's heavy. It's serious. It makes you think a lot. It makes you have to be strategic and plan and pay a lot of attention to the details. The King of Pentacles is also saying, like, don't be stupid with your money. Right? Like you guys are a sign that has a reputation for being very spendthrifty. No, I don't think that's the right word. Spending a lot, right? I have Venus in Leo. It's a sign placement that can kind of spend a lot of money on your partners and want it to look pretty and want it to look beautiful, but it also could lead you to potential difficulties with your money. So I think right now, this month, Leo, is a big month to pay attention to your health, to pay attention to what your money is doing for you. Are you properly investing it? Are you saving enough? Are you sort of maxed out where you're working and could be making more if you were to make a job change right now, right? Are you struggling with finances and need to now get serious about, what you're going to do in the long term to make yourself more financially stable? In our ideals of Leo, we have the Knight of Cups. So very dreamy energy. I think you guys are still kind of glowing from your season, right? It feels like to me there's a little bit of a high. But this is also telling me that you guys are really ready to move forward in your relationships. So again, how funny, right, that I said this month is going to be about either paying more attention to your love or paying more attention to your finances. I think for every Leo watching, this is going to be both. Love and finances right here starting out the reading, and both court cards, which means this is the energy you need to be embodying right now. This is the energy you need to be. I don't think a lot of times when I see court cards, I don't necessarily always think it's other people. I think it's often us and the energies we take on. And Leo, this is you guys being super romantic, but also when it comes to like your material world, but like being serious about your dreams. What are your financial goals? What are you pursuing right now with regards to making more money and doing something that, even if it's not your dream job, is going to be fulfilling, right? It's going to be something that makes you able to provide for yourself and to provide for your loved ones. The King of Pentacles is a big provider energy, right? He's got like that big dick energy, like I got you, boo. Like I got you. We're good, right? We're good. So this is what this month is asking you guys to embody, both to be the romantic, right? To believe in love, to believe in that you can have that love, to believe in romance, right? If you've been in a relationship a while that's getting stale or something, it's a time to inject that with a new sense of passion and romance. And I think, Leo, it can be done by you sort of taking that role, right? On being the romantic, on asking somebody out, on planning a date night with boo, like those kinds of things. I usually think of the Knight of Cups as a card of, you know, chasing your dreams too. And I think there's some of that here, but I really think the energy I'm feeling mostly is romance. The energy I'm feeling mostly is like a renewed desire to love and be loved and to feel just like you're in this dreamy world of romance and passion. In our past here, Leo, we have the Ten of Wands. Feeling kind of like you're bearing the weight of things on your own, I think. Kind of feeling like you had to take on so much. Like I think that besides your season, last few months for you guys have been a struggle, right? Have been taking on a lot of responsibilities. With the Ten of Wands, I often see that as it can be a good thing, right? If you need to work hard, if you need to hustle, if you need to like get your grind on. So there's that's good. But then there's also inherently a sense of getting burnt out, or a sense of doing too much, or trying to do it all on your own. I think, Leo, you've been a little bit in your pride, a little bit in like, I got this, like, but like not with regards to taking care of a loved one, but I got this in terms of like, I don't need to ask for help. I can do it all by myself. Like I'm tough. I'm a bad bitch. I got this. And I think the way this coming up in this position here, Leo, is saying that maybe you didn't got this. Like maybe you had it, maybe you bared the weight gracefully for a while. Bore. I'm getting bad with words. Bore. I think it's bore. Whatever. You held the weight gracefully for a long time. You guys wouldn't ever know that I have a master's degree in creative writing. Oh my god. Whew. Anyway, you bore the weight for a while and you did it, and now it just feels like you can't do it in the same way, right? You've been sort of meticulous, Eight of Pentacles now, about pursuing your dreams. You've tried to work. You've been working, Leo. There's a lot of working energy, right? And I feel like coming into this, there's pride. And there's reasons that you should feel proud because you did that, right? You did that. You were hustling. You were making you were chasing that bag. You were doing good things for yourself, right? So for you Leos in September, right now is the time to really kind of bask in what you've done for yourself, right? I think that some of you guys who are struggling with money might have a renewed sort of income this month, or a sense of like doing better. For those of you guys who've been doing pretty okay with money, I think that there's opportunity for you to just like kick back and see what you've created and enjoy it. But I think really more so what this is about, what this is leaning towards is for those Leos who are thinking about love right now. Is for those Leos who are thinking about how their relationships could be more effective, how they could be more pleasurable. Because here there is a sense here though, guys, of I think wanting to connect in a greater way. Of wanting to not like feel alone, right? Sometimes feeling alone is like that feeling of I got this is a defense mechanism. Maybe you don't want to ask for help because you don't think anybody's going to help you. Or maybe you're just afraid of being that vulnerable and admitting that like you don't have it all together the way that you're good at showing people that you do. It's not entirely negative, Leo, but it sort of seems to me a period of solitude, a period of, you know, even if you have friends, it's just like not the sense of you have like a partner, not the sense that you have like a companion through life, right? Focusing so much on things like on the surface, right? Focusing on making sure you look good and making sure that you are feeling good and all those things, but I think there's something deeper here. Now in the more recent past, we have the Five of Wands in reverse. So I think there's been a calming, right? There's been as much as I said a connection, like this is disconnection or a need for connection with Leo. Again, I feel like it's more romantic because I think with regards to friends and social circles, you've been kind of okay. The Five of Wands is sort of like those superficial relationships. And let's not say superficial, but it's like your friends. It's like, it's not like this connection, right? So relationships going pretty decently, right? Good times with friends, good times with like good social events, I feel like, right? Your birthday month was probably a ton of fun. You spent a lot of time with people you care about. And it's good. Like generally good. What I see here, Leo, is like things are not bad necessarily. Right? Like you know what you have to do with regards to your career and your money. You're getting along with people. Things are overall on the surface pretty good. But again, I feel like I need to say that like surface, right? Because I do feel like I keep looking back to that Ten of Wands, and as much as this more recent time is peaceful, I think what this card here, starting out the reading, is leading up to is a sort of fall, right? A sort of crash, a sort of like buckling under the weight and saying like, fuck, I need help. I need support. I need a partner. I need companionship. And if you're a Leo watching this who's like, nah, I'm good on love, like, no, you're not. I'm just going to decide for you. No, you're not. Turning point, Leo, is the Eight of Swords. So again, this is what I'm saying. You've kind of been deceiving yourself. You've kind of been tricking yourself about what you need and maybe even like how okay you are, right? Like maybe not wanting to admit in certain ways that there are certain things in your life that you're afraid of. Certain things that you're afraid to be vulnerable about. Certain insecurities or fears. I think, again, I'm going to relate this a lot to your romantic life, right? So whether you're single or not, like there's fears there. But I think that with this card, this has been coming up a lot this month. For you're the 5th reading I'm doing this month, and this has come up, I think, in 3 other readings, the Eight of Swords. So I think we're all in a place where we're recognizing the ways in which we are limiting ourselves. And we're recognizing in certain ways the way that we were closing ourselves off. You know, Virgo energy, as much as I said it's kind of reserved, it's connective, it's mercurial, right? Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. It's the planet of connections. And Virgo is a sign of service. Virgo is a sign that says, how can I help? What can I do? So here, Leo, there's a recognition, I think, of isolation. It's almost like it doesn't matter how good your friendships are, how much fun you're having, there just still feels to me like a sense of isolation. You know, that sense of like you can be in a room with tons of people and still kind of maybe feel in certain ways alone, like maybe still having to go home alone at the end of the night, or the person you go home with at the end of the night ain't going to be there when you wake up. But I joke about something that feels kind of serious to me, right? There's a deepening here that's necessary. There's a spark of romance here that's sort of necessary. We're going into the darker time of the year, right? My friend calls that cuffing season. Because when it starts getting dark out and cold out, people suddenly realize that they don't want to be alone. When it's dark at 5 o'clock and everyone's not partying on the beach anymore, it's like, fuck, who do I have? Am I enjoying the person I'm with as much as I feel like I should be? Am I alone more often than I would like to be? Going to the future, fucking Leo. 9 of Pentacles. So, like, you're still good, right? You're still, like, on your own. You're still an independent woman. You got this. Man or woman, I don't care. We're just using whatever. You got this. You're okay. You're like, materially comfortable. Like, this is not all to say that if you're single watching this, like, that something's wrong with you because you're not in a relationship. Like, this is reassurance that you are good. You are independent. You are standing on your own 2 feet. You can take care of yourself. This is happiness too, right? The Knight of Pentacles is happiness, it's joy, it's bliss. It's like a simplicity of just knowing that things are okay and that you're good and that, like, you know, you've got it. You're okay, Leo. You're good. But there is that sense of solitude, right? Like, now so far I see at least 3 cards here that represent sort of being cut off in certain ways. Of doing things all on your own. This is the most positive manifestation of that, I think. So Leo, going into September, again, if you're good with your money, then this is just saying that you can enjoy it. If you're not, okay, I think in September things are going to get better, right? You're going to find that job that you need. You're going to get that raise. You're going to get all those things that you needed materially, right? An influx of money. We have Jupiter going direct now. And for the past few months, it's been making our finances and stuff like a little difficult, right? We're not having good opportunities. Like, we're kind of unlucky when it comes to things about abundance, right? And now there's opportunity to be abundant in a new way. So expect some influxes of money, Leo. Expect some career changes. Expect some growing up with regards to your finances, glowing up. Now we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. This to me is always a card of anger. I'm going to say it again, guys. I think the theme of this reading is isolation. The Knight of Wands in reverse is someone who's angry. He's like, you know what incels are? Like the involuntary celibate people here. You know, like the people who shoot up their like schools and stuff because they're mad, or they go on the internet and blogs and like berate women and talk about violence towards women because they're not getting laid. I mean, I'm making light of like a very serious thing, but this is what that feels like to me right now, right? We sometimes take for granted how much our body needs to express lust, how much it needs to express passion, how much we need that sort of intimacy. Our culture nowadays sort of tells us to like embrace sort of being non-intimate, right? To keep people at arm's length, to be emotionally guarded. And what I think that's going to lead to, Leo, for you in September is frustrations. Now, sometimes wands represent career, but I think in terms of career, you guys are like, at the very least, on the right track. To me, this feels like that person. Look at the way his like face is like hiding in the bushes. You know, like this is a guy who just has been like observing things from a distance. He's been sort of like cutting himself off. Maybe not dating with earnestness, right? Or if you are going into these situations where you're like have all these preconceptions where you sort of become self-sabotaging. You sort of discredit people or discount people for little surface level things that aren't on your checklist. Or also carrying baggage from the past. Leo, that's where I feel like I just struck this card. There's baggage from the past that's affecting your ability to really be happy in relationships now. If you're in a relationship for a long time, those come with baggage, right? Where you just think that your partner is always going to be this way or do this certain thing, right? And you get angry about it, you get frustrated, and you feel like no one's helping you. Or if you're single, just like approaching new relationships and things like that with a sort of cynicism. Very different energies here, right, Leo? And this is why I say the ideal section of this reading is always so powerful to me, because this is what like you really want when you admit to yourself at night, like in bed when no one's around, like what you really desire, what you crave. You know, what's important to you. So Leo, I think this month is also time, as much as I say, to put attention into detail and to work hard and to hustle and to give back to relationships. It's also a season to lighten up in certain ways, right? To allow, this is a Virgo thing too, right? To sort of allow yourself to be receptive. This jumped out at the bottom of the deck though. we have the last quarter moon. I'm gonna actually use that as a clarifying, because I want to see actually what's coming out of being. So with this card, we're looking at the last quarter phase of the moon, where we're almost at dark moon again, and I used it as a clarifier to see what timing wise is leaving, and we have the Four of Pentacles. Remember how I said to relax? Remember how I said to, like, you gotta sort of like let things go. You have to be receptive, right? Be receptive to your own needs. There's a sense here with the Four of Pentacles of getting like stagnant, of getting like complacent, of like being really comfortable. And now all of that is coming to an end, whether you like it or not. You're sort of in a way maybe being forced to be different, to take a risk. Maybe with regards to love, as this fell right here, right? And also to, like, again, for you, those of you in long-term relationships, to spice it the fuck up a little bit. Right? And not just like, and putting on some sexy, like, lingerie. I mean, that's cute, but in terms of like actually approaching your partner differently. Approaching your partner with more care, with more affection, with more consideration for their needs, and maybe to be asking yourself, Leo, in what ways maybe you're not meeting their needs. For those of you who are single, it's a time to fucking get out there and put yourself out there in a serious way. I'm not forcing it on you guys to say that this is what you want, but I mean, I'm just a messenger. Alright, Leo, let's pull an outcome card to see how we're gonna wrap this up. But guys, overall, I'd say your money is looking better in September. It's going to improve. You're going to feel more stable. You're going to feel more grounded. But again, going back to this King of Pentacles, he's providing. And this is the energy you need to embody, right? To be not just someone who says, well, I work, so what do you want from me? It's like someone who's actually like giving and caring and recognizes like giving back to people. Outcome for the month is the Sun in reverse. So I mean, this says to me, I don't immediately interpret this as unhappiness. I think that this is saying your season is over and it's time to snap out of it, right? The Sun in reverse says also like the sense of being an individual, the sense of just owning yourself and being like separate from other people is coming to an end. And this Virgo season is going to teach you, Leo, how to be more giving, how to be more supportive. How to sort of feed yourself, right? You know how like it feels really good. You feel really good about yourself when you can like do for others. You feel really good about yourself when you can like provide. Like nothing sometimes makes a man feel manlier than just being giving of himself, of caring for somebody, right? Look, at the bottom of the Oracle deck is individuation, which means that it's no longer time for that. Leo, it's no longer time for just being on your own. It's no longer time for being isolated. You accomplished that. You're good, right? You set yourself up for success. You're going to be good this month. You're going to be taken care of. You're able to take care of yourself. But what next? What more? What colors your life with meaning? What gives you like a sort of purpose? What connections can you work on right now to make life feel more vibrant, to feel more colorful, not just in the blinding sun fiery way, but guess in what way? Water? Water represents what? Our emotions, our love, our care. Like, cause guys, if this is not a love reading, I'm just telling you, I don't know what is. Water, more than anything, is, again, what I was literally just coming out of my mouth, is what colors the world, right? It's what gives the world meaning, what gives us purpose. That's what the cups are, right? After we have our material needs cared for, and our intellectual needs, and our willpower and our energies, okay, what do the cups do for us? It colors our life with meaning. So Leo, some of you guys need to work on the bigger picture this month on what gives you meaning, what gives life purpose. I think some of you will find that in relationships, in how you work with your partner if you have one, or how you actually recognize the value of being with somebody right now. It's a month to release the old, release old expectations, release old baggage, and come into something like this. Water energy is fresh. It's brand new. It's like a cool, crystally like river that just is fresh as fuck, and you want to take a good deep drink from it, and it's gonna be like, like so refreshing. And I think that's the energy here, right, Leo? I'll leave this on, the reading on, just the refreshing coolness of taking care of yourself, taking care of your emotional needs. All right, Leo, that was a beautiful reading, if I do say so myself. You guys have the best month ever, and I'll be talking to you soon. All right, you take care of yourself.